Okay, good evening. I'm going to call the July 11th, 2023 agenda meeting to order. I am present, Councilmember Brennan, Councilmember De La Rada, Councilmember McPartlin, Councilmember Moskowitz, Town Attorney Finnan. We also have Eric Amberger here, Seth Goldstein, Elizabeth Greenwood, Janet Wynn, Chief Koshin, Diane Percy, Lori Peretti, Laura Robertson, Ray Smith, Matt Yetto, and our town resident, Leslie Gold, and from the Gazette, we had Ted Remsnyder. Before moving on, we wish to respectfully acknowledge that Niskayuna is on the traditional lands of the Kanikihak and the Mahikanac peoples. Past and present, we honor with gratitude the land itself and the peoples who have stewarded this land throughout generations. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the Finance and General Government Committee.
Okay, to just recap, we have a resolution to make certain budgetary modification. The second one is a tentative resolution to authorize a shared services agreement with the town of Rotterdam. The third is a resolution to certify the current base proportions to be used as class tax shares for municipal and school district levies. The fourth is a resolution to certify the adjusted base proportions to be used as class tax shares for municipal and school district levies. Fifth is a tentative resolution to authorize Niskayuna Girls Softball Club to purchase and install shade covers for the dugouts at River Road Park. And the sixth is a resolution to provisionally appoint a court clerk. Any questions?
Okay, moving on to the Public Works Committee.
First resolution is a resolution to authorize a fence easement agreement for 120 Comanche Trail. It's a fence within a drainage easement, standard agreement. Number two is another fence easement agreement for 9 Natalie Court. That is also within a drainage easement. The next one is a resolution to authorize the supervisor to sign the CSEA water and sewer collective bargaining agreement. It was mentioned at Finance Committee. I think all sides are happy with the negotiated contract, and I think they should final review, and we hope to have it signed and ready for. Is it going to be this month, Elena? Great.
The union's voting on it on the 18th, so we'll have it out to the board before that.
Thank you. Next one is a resolution to authorize an outside user agreement for 852 Pierce Road. This is for a outside sewer user for a new home on Pierce Road. 5 is a resolution to authorize an outside sewer user agreement for 2651 Aqueduct Road for an existing home that has a failed septic system that wants to tie into our sewer. The next one, the tentative resolution for the first quarter 2023 corporate utility reconciliation. I'm going to move that to next month. We want to check the numbers and make sure everything's 100% correct. Next one is a resolution to authorize the spring residential commercial utility billing reconciliation. That one is ready to go. All the numbers look good. Kathy in my office has reviewed the numbers, and Chris has assembled everything, so we're very happy to move forward with that one. Next one is a resolution to award a design contract for design services for the replacement of 5,000 feet of water main on River Road. We have a request for proposals out to various engineering firms. We'll be opening the proposals on the 14th and have a recommendation for the board. Another resolution that was mentioned at Finance is somewhat associated with this, which is a resolution to apply for a grant for this construction of this project through the Empire State Development Grant Program. The next one is to authorize a change order for the Shannon Boulevard, Mohawk Road engineering contract. We had some field changes based on some unforeseen issues in the field. The original contract was for $278,000. We're just looking for an additional $2,500 just to close out the project. We have money in the water main budgeted line, so we have money to cover that cost. Next one is a resolution to amend Resolution 2023-47 for the purchase of a dump truck. I misread the draft resolution and provided the wrong number. We were $289.50 short. Instead of $203,000, it was $203,289.50. So we just need to amend that one resolution. The next one is the resolution to a water contract to purchase replacement pumps for the Leishkill Pump Station at a cost of $17,706. It's a station that has older pumps that need to be renewed or replaced, but it's also because of the flushable wipes that people keep flushing down that are not really flushable. So when we have a chance to upgrade the pumps, we do, some of our smaller stations.
Someone should write a story about that.
Yeah, we need to get it posted on our website. We're going to look for something to put onto the website about that. And it is really something we need to educate our residents about, because these products really aren't flushable. And, when you go to a municipality of our age, the systems aren't meant for these types of products. And you got to think about that. I mean, everybody has seen those products, but just think about you maybe or someone using 2 of those a day. Now multiply that by all the residents we have in the town, thinking about the amount of material that could be. It's a lot of stuff.
They could do a lot of home damage too.
Yeah.
The next one is a tentative resolution to purchase pickup trucks. I know it was on the last 2 months. We're waiting for the 2024 pricing to be available. It's been promised for week after week, but I just don't want to miss a month when it is available to move on the purchase. So I'll leave that on as a tentative. The next one is a resolution to appoint a plant mechanic or a truck driver at the wastewater treatment plant. That's tentative because we're still working on getting applications, advertising. We just placed additional ads online and with some trade associations just to get some interest. And the last one is a tentative resolution to appoint a plant trainee or a plant operator at the water treatment plant, working with civil service, going through their lists. And if we end up exhausting the list, then we'll do open applications and interviews. But I'd like to try to get that on this month if I can get an applicant to try to fill that, because we're in the middle of our upgrade project and all hands on deck. And I don't want to wait. If we can find someone that's good and appoint them this month instead of waiting, because there's always a delay anyway once they're brought on, so they can actually come in and work. That's all I have. Any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No news here, just a tentative resolution. We have 2 openings in the Parks Department, grounds maintenance workers, which posted on the website. I have a couple interviews scheduled for this week. And if all works out, hopefully I'll have a name or 2 for the board meeting. Any questions? Thank you.
Moving on to community programs.
I have an item from the floor. This will be a resolution to accept an awarded grant from the Niskayuna Community Foundation for $5,000 for defibrillators and covers for our parks.
Okay, so it's $5,000, the grant. The total cost
It's
is
14,000.
is 14,000.
Mhm.
So we need an additional 9,000.
14,368.
Correct.
The Community Foundation does give a grace period to utilize that grant too. They give us time to match or find other sources, so.
This was not a matching grant. This was just a flat out grant.
Right. No, I'm just saying, they
Yeah.
give a grace period. They're
Oh, yes.
very
Oh, I'm used
flexible with that. So, yeah, so.
Even if we only have to get two and find sources elsewhere.
Okay.
You know, it's still appreciated.
Right, right.
Yeah. Any questions? Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to Economic Development, Historic Preservation, and Environmental Conservation Committee.
So number 21 is a carryover from last month. Actually, I just didn't get a chance to write it. The resolution to encourage pesticide-free lawn practices in the town of Niskayuna. Non-binding, but hopefully just get the word out there that the Conservation Advisory Council has a lot of good guidance for people if they want to try and do pesticide-free lawns. We've done recorded trainings for people if they want to try and do pesticide-free lawns. So I'm just keep trying to put the word out to encourage people of other ways to maintain their lawns. And then this may not need a resolution. I'm just going to bring it up in case it does. Complete Streets, our grant writer, supervisor, Elena, everyone, Matt has been helping too, has been working pretty hard to put a Climate Smart grant together to try and fund some sidewalks. So you can often get Climate Smart money for sidewalks because there's a correlation between building sidewalks and less vehicle trips. So especially to schools. So we're going to try and potentially submit a Climate Smart grant. And if that needs a resolution, we'll put it on. And if it does not, then we'll just go ahead and submit that application. Did anybody have any questions on that?
Thank you. Moving on to Police and Public Safety Committee.
Good evening, everyone. Number 22 is a resolution to authorize the upfitting of 2 police vehicles. This is budgeted for upfitting for 2 of our new police explorers that we received recently. Number 23 is a tentative resolution to provisionally appoint a court clerk. I think that was under General Finance and Government, but I think it was a carryover because it was on for us last month as well. Number 24 is a tentative resolution to call for public hearings regarding the placement of stop signs in 2 locations. The first location has been a long conversation for many, many years regarding the Wyoming and Baker Ave location where there currently is a yield sign. We've met with some of the residents over there. The Complete Streets has done extensive amounts of work on this, and we've done a lot of analysis over a long period of time. And I think at a minimum, we should call for a public hearing and let our residents speak to it because they have concerns. And I think that's important. The second one is the North Allendale at Becker Street. We had a resident reach out to us. That pocket neighborhood over there has more than just this one, but it has a number of uncontrolled intersections. This particular intersection has no traffic control device. And North Allendale can be a heavily trafficked road to go back into the Fieldstone Estates area and things of that nature. So it is our recommendation to put a stop sign at that location. And then number 25 is a resolution to authorize an MOA with the PBA. This is regarding shift swaps. Shift swaps has been a long-standing practice, but there was never anything memorialized in writing. And we've been working on some language with the PBA regarding actually memorializing that, so there are structure and rules to it. So, does anybody have any questions? Okay, thanks so much.
All right, is there any other items? Okay, that's all we have. So at this time, I'm going to motion to move into executive session pursuant to Public Officers Law, Section 105F, to discuss matters leading to the appointment, employment, dismissal. Nope, that's not true, actually. Section F. We're going to discuss the medical and employment history of a particular person or persons. At the close of executive session, we will not take up any additional business. Do I have a second?
Second.
Is there, all signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you.